Hey everyone, thanks for coming back for another anime figure opening video today. I'm really sorry we have not got round to opening this figure any sooner. I keep winning more figures and I just keep opening them first. I just haven't got round to doing this one yet. But we finally have a bit of time today. So today we're going to be opening up this samurai Kirito figure from Sword Art Online, Code Register. So let's take a look. Hey, yeah, so thanks all for coming back for today's anime figure opening video. Today we're going to be opening up this Sword Art Online Code Register. Here we go. Goukai Shikoku no Moko Kirito figure. What does that mean? Good question. I had to research myself. Goukai apparently means some kind of rich person. Interesting. Shikoku, that's actually quite easy. That just means jet black. And then Moko, this means some kind of like fierce tiger, very kind of Japanese samurai style. But I absolutely love the artistic look on this kanji here. It looks so cool. But yeah, today we're going to be opening up this kind of samurai Kirito figure. Now on the front, as you can see, we have our Crane King logo up here. We have our Sword Art Online Code Register logo up here, along with Band Presto. We have our Japanese down here that we just had a quick look at. On the side, we just have Goukai. Yep, pretty damn big there. And then on this side again, we have Goukai. Again, with one sword kind of sticking off from Kirito's thing. That's pretty cool. It goes up, oh, two swords, 1, 2. That's pretty funky. And then on the back, we just have the full figure kind of standing on its own with Goukai again at the top. And some more information down at the bottom. On the base, we have our safety information, some warning information there, some more points down there, 15 years old and so on. And then on the top, we have our Goukai with some dust. Again, as I say, this has been sitting around for a little while, so apologies for that. But we also have our Jaya prize down here, and then down here, Aniplex. But anyway, let's open this up. Okay, of course we have 3 pieces of tape to kind of take off here. So there's 1, there's 2, and then over here there's 3. These are very thin pieces of tape actually. It's quite interesting. Well, for me it's interesting. For most people probably not that interesting. But anyway, let's open up our box and see what we got in here. Oh, cardboard, yay, my nemesis. Oh, interesting. Okay, so the figure doesn't even come attached to the cardboard in here. It's just in its separate own tube. I mean, it's kind of helpful. I guess we could just take this out and put that into there. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. So we've got some sheaths, we've got some swords. Oh, that's funky. We've got a base, legs. Oh, that's creepy. And then we've got Kirito dancing away as a ballerina. But I think that I should have to unpack these for us, so let me quickly do that now. So, as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces here for us to put together. So we have the top half of our Kirito figure, and we also have the bottom half. These come as 2 jigsaw pieces, so we can stick those nicely together. There we go, so there is our Kirito. We also have this very funky looking stand. It looks like there's 2 footprints there for his feet to go, but these little rock kind of formations look awesome. That's actually one of the coolest designs I've seen for a stand. Hopefully it'll stand okay. And then of course underneath we have, oh, it's upside down. We have a little bit of information here about a figure itself, Kadokawa, like Sword Art Online, a bit like what we've seen before. But of course we should attach these 2 together, so let's do that. And there we go, here he is with his stand. This looks pretty funky. All right, I'm not gonna do any reviewing yet until we get all the pieces in, so let's go through those quickly too. Put you down for 1 second, Kirito. And here we have 2 sword sheaths. One has a gold kind of trim at the top, and one has a kind of grey trim. These straps also have a little bit of a string kind of look to them, and they go all the way, well, nothing really to show you there. but these do also have different points there where they are going to stick on the figure. So I'm going to have to quickly work out where they go. Give me a second. And there we go, there are the sheaths attached to the Kirito figure. And then finally, we should look at the swords. So the swords come very nicely packaged in this little bit of cardboard. So let's take them out one by one. There's one here with a beautiful golden trim to it, if it will focus. There we go. And it's got a kind of nice shiny silver edge to it. That's one. And then on this one, we have a very similar kind of pattern. Again, but this time with a kind of zigzaggy silver pattern there. Very pretty. All right, let's get these into the figure and actually take a proper look. I'm so sorry about this. Give me a second. And there we go. There is Kirito all together. Excellent. We finally have our swords in our figure and our sheaths nicely placed. So let's actually go through and have a look. Okay, so let's start off with his face. As you can see, he has these kind of grey eyes. His nose sticks out just a little bit. He's got a smile. And he also has a smudge of dirt on his face. I don't think that's on purpose, because on the picture over here, which you may have seen in the beginning, there was nothing. So this is clearly a manufacturing piece of dirt. His hair is also got this kind of fringe in the middle here that kind of cuts off. And then it just looks very, very cheap. There's a massive, massive line going all the way across where the two pieces of hair connect. And it's kind of disappointing because this is a great idea for a figure, but straight off we're already looking at some of the cheaper parts of this figure. Ah, what a shame. But anyway, I guess at a distance, maybe around here, you can't tell. But it really doesn't look great when it's up close. Anyway, there you go. Face. Now I spent all that time trying to put all the swords and stuff in, but I've had to take one out so we can actually take a proper look at his body. Now, as you can see underneath, he's wearing a layer of clothing. This is probably some kind of yukata or kimono just to keep him warm. Then he's also got this layer of armor on the front, which is of course to support his life or to make sure he doesn't die when stabbed. These have some nice little kind of texture to them with some gold trimming there. And there's a little white outside layer there for effect, I suppose. He's also got this bow in the middle, kind of tied up nicely, which is pretty cool, holding his stuff together, I suppose. On his arms, he's also got some shoulder pads and some arm pads so that if he is hit, he won't die. And these pads are, of course, the same on both arms, as you can see here. He also has this grey kind of undergarment on, which is the same colour as over here. So I guess that goes all the way around his body. And as you can see, he's wearing this black cloak with a gold trim around it. This looks very, very regal, and it has a very, very beautiful kind of samurai look about it. I mean, it looks really, really funky from a distance. Oh, there's one sheath that's fallen off. It's got these lovely little kind of folds to it, which adds a little bit more of realism. It's also got this lovely kind of floral pattern detail underneath, if you can see that, along with this beautiful gold trim going all the way around the side. But again, it just looks very, very cheap. I mean, this looks nice and realistic, don't get me wrong. The patterns are nice, the coloring's very, very well done, but it just looks so cheaply and poorly made. You can also see the same here, where there's like a bit of a paint issue kind of around this point here. It just feels dusty. But regardless, I mean, it looks kind of cool. It just looks funky from a distance, so there you go, what can you do? Now moving down the figure, as you can see, we have our two sheaths nicely attached to his leg armor here. We have 1, 2, 3 pieces of armor to make sure that he is protected in the most crucial places. Yeah, definitely important. And then he also has these grey puffy trousers on with his very typical Sword Art Online looking shoes. Now for myself, this is a little bit of a shame because these shoes don't look like something a samurai would have worn. They just look like something Kirito would have worn. And it just feels a bit misplaced. It doesn't feel like it really suits the whole theme of this figure. I mean, again, I will always sell it this way. At a distance, you can't really see it that obviously. But if you are looking, you're just thinking, why is he wearing these shoes? It just doesn't have that samurai look about it. However, the one saving grace for these shoes are these lovely kind of shin pad or shin guards, because they do have a very kind of nice samurai look about them. Although I'll be honest, I don't really know what a samurai look is. But anyway, as I say, this figure looks very, very cool, and I'm very, very impressed with this. I guess we should put this sword back into here. These swords are very loose, so you can reposition them, I suppose, if you wanted to. Same with this one. But yeah, this is pretty funky. So nice kind of samurai Kirito figure here. Now, let's take a nice look at this figure in a little bit more detail. Let's take a look. Okay, so let's find some for you on the shelf. Let's take a walk. So yeah, this is a pretty cool figure. I think it's nice that they've kind of gone with the samurai theme. It's just a shame that the quality of the figure itself... Oh, bits are falling off now. I'll pick that up later. It's just a shame the quality of the figure isn't the best. We'll put him next to Alice here, because we seem to have a few Sword Art Online figures kind of collecting in this area. But there you have it. That is our Kirito samurai figure. Again, sorry it's taken so long to open it up, but I've been pretty busy and of course opening other figures. But thanks again for tuning in. If you liked the video, please give us a like, and I will see you again in another anime figure opening soon. Okay, bye!